Hello, Nikki. It's Friday, March 23rd, and what you're looking at to the left here is the Walloomsac River, and we're coming up to a famous battlefield, the Battle of Bennington, which is part of the Saratoga campaign. In an earlier post, I believe I showed you the Bennington Monument, where the stores and supplies were held, including horses. And John Burgoyne, as he was headed down towards Saratoga, his intent was to take Albany, New York, but he got stopped, and he got stuck because by September and his surrender in October, he was too late to go back to Canada to winter because there would already be lots of snow on the ground by the time they approached the border. So interestingly enough, as we come up to the entrance to the Bennington Battlefield, he decided that if he was going to have to stay there in Saratoga, that he would have to feed his troops. And so he would go to Bennington because he heard from his intelligence that there was all kinds of supplies there. Well, he sent his dismounted dragoons, all the Hessians and Brunswickers and Braunschweigers, and Colonel Baum didn't get it along with the other guy, Bremen, and Colonel Baum gets crushed by these guys I told you about already, John Stark and Seth Warner. Here's the entrance to the Bennington Battlefield, which should probably be closed, but I'll pull over. My goodness, it's open. Hey, that's a perk. Alright, so I don't know if you can tell, but we're going to climb quite a bit of elevation here. I've been here before, and the great thing about these local boys, Seth Warner was a Green Mountain boy, and John Stark was from the Hampshire Grants. Seth Warner was from here in Bennington, and John Stark was from somewhere in New Hampshire. And the cool thing about John Stark, I think you'd appreciate, is that he wouldn't agree to continue to fight unless the only person he reported to was directly to George Washington. He was quite a guy. I've even been to the field where he encamped his forces. So on the approach of these dismounted Hessian German dragoons, these guys got wind of their approach and took the heights, which we're climbing now. And so they had them surrounded. But Seth Warner was late to come to the engagement, but he ended up saving the day because there was a lot of Hessians to deal with. Something like 900 soldiers, I think. So I'm gonna, okay, up there is the height where a bunch of the fighting took place. And I'm just gonna turn around here. So upon the failure of the Germans to get the supplies from Bennington, Burgoyne was really stuck, which was affected his decision not to retreat to Canada. And I forgot whether I said this or not, but the Bennington Battlefield, even though Bennington is in Vermont, the battlefield lies in New York State. And so it's run by New York State Parks and Recreation. Alright, so we'll hit you up with something else on the way. I'm headed to my storage unit on the way back to Philadelphia. I've got tours tomorrow on Saturday, and I should find out when my other job starts early next month. And April 7th, I'll be in Washington, D.C. with Mrs. Madison.